Hi, is that Tina? Welcome to the live. I know it's a bit last minute, but I just had a little bit of motivation, as you do, to get this off my nails. My nails have really sort of grown underneath and I absolutely hate that. So I'm just going to clip them all back and do a soak off using acetone. I've got quite a bit of regrowth as well. So, hi Tina. Got quite a bit of regrowth, so it's about time really. And I've got some new tips that I'm a little bit excited to use. I'll show you what they look like. I don't know how they're going to work. I've never used them before, but I'm absolutely rubbish at getting a stiletto shape. I'm okay with this shape, so I've bought these ones, so hopefully they'll be all right. So I should probably just do take off today and possibly put the tips on, clear dip, and then do the colour tomorrow. Hi to whoever else is watching, and pop me a hi if you like. So I'm just going to go in with these clippers and just get the tops off. It's point if you're soaking off, you might as well just go right through and clip. Obviously if you've got tips on, just go through and cut them back. Obviously if you're soaking your own nails off, you don't want to be doing this. Just e-file some off and then soak. And then I should just go through all of them and just clip them down. This hand, so they get, I don't know if you know any of you get it, but once your own nails start growing up underneath, you get all sorts of nasty debris stuck in between your own nail and the tips. So yeah, just go in and clip the length off, just saves a lot of time really. Okay, so I've just got my e-file now. I haven't got my dust extractor on because I think it'd probably be a little bit too noisy. So I'm just going to get my e-file now. I have a Panna Carbide nail drill bit on there, and I find it's the best one. It gets the dip powder off really quick and easy. So I'm just going to go in now and start removing the top layer, because if you're soaking off with acetone, you need to remove that top layer of dip. I should probably set this at 25, 22, 23 and just start getting some of this off. On my e-file, I've got a forward and reverse button, which is there. So you have to just change that around to whatever hand you're doing or whatever nail. With the thumb, it's got to be forwards. So I'm just going in and turn that up a little bit more to 26. So just go in with these, with the Panna, I should have said, with the Panna Carbide or any nail drill bit that you're using, try and get the one with the smooth barrel top. I think it's called Safety, but just get the one with the smooth barrel top. You can get the ceramic ones as well, they're really good. So yeah, if you get that, you're really in no danger as to sort of getting sort of stuck on your cuticles or anything, making them sore. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and get some of that off. It just makes it a lot quicker to soak off. You really need to sort of get the top layer off, if anything, and then a little bit more. Just saves a lot of time. Last time I did a live, I had to stop because my internet connection was so poor for some reason, but it seems all right today, thankfully. So if you're new to e-files, don't be scared about using it. I would suggest starting on a low speed and then just keep notching it up a little bit just to get used to it. So I'm just going to, on this next finger, I'm just going to change the button to reverse because I like to do it facing me. So as you can see, I'm just sort of getting that top layer off really. That's all you need to do. I mean, if you want to make it super quick soaking off, just take a bit more off. Let me get a bit closer. If you've got any questions, please go ahead and ask. I can see comments. So yeah, just go ahead and ask. Do you go all the way down to the last clear? No, Tina. I go all the way down to the last clear. No, definitely not. When I'm soaking off, I just literally take that very top layer off. If you're actually just using acetone to soak off, you don't need to, it will come off super quick. But obviously if you want to go down to the clear, go for it. Then you're only just soaking the clear off, but I find this gets all of it off anyway. Yeah, try it next time. So my e-file set to 26 at the moment. I've got the, I think they say Lugux. I think that's how it's pronounced, Lugux. I sort of worked my way up from just sort of like a USB cheap e-file from Temu, but I think I got this one for Christmas last year and I absolutely love the Lugux one. It's brilliant. It's cordless as well, so you don't actually even have to have it plugged in. Works without the plug, so you can go and take it in the garden if you wanted to, and take your dip off. But the Lugux one's pretty good. But as I say, it's probably more high end, but it's brilliant. I have got a list of recommended e-files in the featured section at the top of the group. Take a look there if you're sort of thinking about getting an e-file. There's so many to choose from. I like the ones that you can see the speed on, and definitely get a really good drill nail bit, because that's really important. Hi Joey, good morning. So yeah, I probably won't take much more off than I already have done on that hand. Right, so I'm just going to go in with the other hand and clip all of those. Oh, I've already done it. What a wally. So yeah, so again, I've used this nail clipper just to take off all of the tips. It's pointless keeping them on. If you've got nail tips on, just clip them off if you're soaking off and starting afresh. It's just easier and quicker. So I'm just going to go in and start e-filing this layer off. So you don't need to take a lot off if you're soaking off with pure acetone. It's just so it's sort of not that hard shiny surface. Yeah, if you've got any questions, guys, just ask and I'll do my best to answer. As I say, I probably won't, I will put the clear tips on today and clear dip, but I should probably do the colour tomorrow. So when I do that, once I've clear dipped, I activate, and then you can leave the colour till the next day quite easily. So I have got a dust extractor, but I won't use it today because it's quite noisy. Is that one done? mix my new colours out. I think I'm going to go for purple. Purple is my favourite colour, and possibly add a pink in there as well. So all you need to do really is take the very top layer off. If you've still got any remnants left on your nail after you've soaked off, you can just go in on a nice low speed, or use a hand file and just get the little bits and pieces off that might be still stuck to the nail. That's all I do. I know I promised to do a live dip the other day, but things got a bit busy and hectic like it does. So just to go over, for anyone that's just joined, oh Tina, I always have to pull myself away from using purple all the time. I use a Panna Carbide nail drill bit, and it's got a smooth barrel top. If you need to, I think they're really easy to buy if you're in the USA. Not quite so easy to buy if you're in the UK, but I just go on to the American Amazon and buy them. Takes about a week or so to get here, but they're definitely worth it because they get the dip powder off so quickly. Let's take a little bit more off of these. So if you've got any questions, go for it. I'll answer if I know the answer. If you need to know about any of the products that I'm using, just ask away. Most bits I get are from Amazon. A little bit more for this one, and then I'll be ready to soak off. And I'll show you what I use. So some people use the the hot rice method. I use one of these nail bowls. Let me put the camera up a bit. I use one of these nail dishes. It's got 5 holes there. For anyone that doesn't know about these, my camera's probably going to steam up now, so I'm going to do this really quickly. I've put really hot water in the bottom, and then you just clip that. You just clip that down. So what I use kitchen towel, and I just stuff a little bit of kitchen towel in each hole, like so. One in there. I have 5 fingers, I think. So, and that one in there. So with your acetone, I use a massive one. Let me see if I can just take this off a second and show you guys. This is the acetone I use. It's 100% acetone, and I buy that on Amazon. If you need the link, I'll pop that in afterwards, but that's the acetone I use. You can buy all sorts of different brands. So anything that's 100% acetone, you won't be able to get it off with anything other than that. So if you pour a little bit in each hole, I don't know if you can see it, you can see that. So pour a little bit in each hole, and the kitchen towel will soak it up. Okay, so all you have to do then is put your fingers in the holes. Hope my hot water's still hot enough. If not, I'll have to just nip off and get some more hot water. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be hot enough. I'm just going to nip off, guys, and get some more hot water. Be 2 seconds. There we go, that's nice and hot now. Obviously you don't want it too hot that it burns your fingers, but you want it fairly hot to get through the plastic. So just pop all your fingers in there, and if you can get the kitchen towel, some people use the dryer sheets, they're pretty good, just cut those up, and just sort of, if you can, just every so often just brush your fingers onto that kitchen towel, so you're sort of rubbing it off in a way. I sometimes use a little cuticle pusher, this metal one, just to sort of push it around the nail as well. That helps sort of agitate the dip powder to come off. Push that down. And as I say, you just want something really to rub against your nails a bit, just to get that dip powder going. And just give them a really good soak. Any questions, if anyone's just joined, hi, any questions, ask away, or pop me a hi in the comments. A full removal, not very often, probably once every 8 weeks, I would say. As you know, as long as I can keep them going, and I don't like the nail growth underneath the nails. I absolutely hate that. So yeah, so as soon as they start getting quite long underneath, that's when I usually chop them off and go again. So yeah, just sort of really sort of rub your nails on the kitchen towel. As I say, you want the water in the pot quite hot. It's probably not hot enough actually, but we'll see. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes to soak off, so not very long at all. Yeah, it's already well and truly coming off. There you go. That one's nearly off. So just keep them soaking. If you're using acetone, I definitely advise doing it in somewhere that you've got a bit of air, because it's quite strong and it can be a bit overpowering. Hi Nilu, how much acetone do you use for removal? Not a lot in these little pots. You just want enough to cover your nail tips basically, so just pour in. You've got the 5 little holes, so just pour enough to cover that you're going to cover your nail tips. So you really don't use a lot, to be fair. You can also use cuticle oil. Let's say you're doing I'm taking off nail tips. Let's say you're using this to soak off on your natural nails. I would also advise putting some cuticle oil in each little pot, just so it's nice and easy on your nails. So again, I'm just going to sort of agitate these little bits of kitchen towel over the nail, just sort of give them a good rub. It just helps. If you've got like one of these cuticle pushers or anything like that, really, just an end of a teaspoon, anything like that, really, just to sort of rub your nails over with it. It just helps get it off. Anything that's a little bit abrasive. My thumb's actually done. You can see there, my thumb's done, tips off, and all you can see is my natural nail. Probably a little bit of clear dip on there, which I shall remove probably with a buffing block. So yeah, if you're removing to your natural nails as well, obviously if you've still got a little bit left on there, just go really easy. I wouldn't use an e-file, just use a little nail file, 100 grit or something like that, just to go over to get any sort of that's left on there. Let's have a little check. Yeah, they're pretty good. As you can see, There's still some little bit left on that one, but other than that, that's my natural nail. So I'm just going to give that one a little bit more time to get that off, and just really rub my finger on that kitchen towel. I say you want quite hot water, fairly hot water in the bottom. I got this tub on Amazon. It was, I think it was about £4 or £5, so they're not expensive. And when I'm finished with the acetone, I just put it down the toilet. So I don't know if that's what you should do, but that's what I do. Yeah, that's done. Okay, let me just put that to the side. So that's as quick as it should be. It shouldn't take any longer than that. I know some people on the group have had problems soaking off, but it definitely should not take as long as that. Right, so I'm just going to go in with a nail file. And I also want a pair of clippers, because I want to take all of my natural nails right down. So when I put my next set of tips on, I've not got any sort of regrowth underneath. So that's what I'm doing now, just going around with nail clippers, just to get any of that length off. There's quite a bit on there. They've grown underneath. There's quite a bit of growth on that one. And just go around and just clip any off. If you're using tips, obviously. If you're doing this on your natural nail, you won't need to do that. So then I should just get my 100, I think that's 80 and 100 grit, and just go over that nail just to get the sort of bits and pieces off. Let me come up a bit closer, just to make sure I haven't got any clear dip still on there. So don't, as I say, don't file too hard. You just want to sort of remove any sort of bits and pieces that are left on there. Buffing blocks I use are from Maryton on Amazon. These are really good for after you've done your dip, to smooth off. I can still feel a little bit on that corner there. That's that one. So yeah, if you're using the right acetone, it should not take hardly any time at all to get that dip off. And that was nail tips and probably 4 layers of nail dip that came off in probably 10 minutes, I'm guessing. I didn't time it, but that's as quick as it should be. As long as you e-file the top layer so the acetone soaks in, it shouldn't take very long at all. So all I'm doing, I've got a little bit of clear dip left on that nail. All I'm doing is removing some of that that's left on the nail. You can sort of see it almost, it's sort of shiny. So just don't go too heavy with a nail file, just sort of go over it quite lightly, just to get any off that's still on there. So just to sort of go over really, when I put nail tips on, I clear dip twice before I do my colour. Then I can e-file each time down to that clear dip layer. You can do this on natural nails as well, just to save you soaking off every time. You can use 2 clear dip layers, activate file buff. Just really saves you soaking off every time. And obviously if you're using acetone on your natural nails, I advise using some sort of cuticle oil or coconut oil, something like that, just to add to the acetone while you're soaking off. It's a lot kinder to your nails. But as I say, I probably soak off once every 8 weeks. Other than that, I just e-file back to my clear layers. It just saves it. Does, you know, soaking off in acetone is quick and easy, and I find it really useful when I've got tips on and I want to start afresh. But I wouldn't do it every time because it can make your nails quite thin and brittle. Okay, that's that hand all complete. I'm just going to go in and give those a little wipe with my Blue Sky cleanser. Cleansing solution, there you go, from Blue Sky, and a little lint-free wipe. So I'm just going to go in and clean those and get the acetone off. So that's that one there. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and soak the other one off, but I won't do this on camera. I will post this in the pin section, in the featured section. So if you sort of caught it halfway through, you want to watch it again when you're soaking off, you can just go into that section and catch the live video. Thanks for watching, guys, and speak to you soon.